Mhm. Morning, Giles.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let me not forget my function. So we started with I am the light of the world. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. And yesterday, the light of the world brings peace every mind through my forgiveness. And today, let me not forget my function. So close your eyes and repeat that to yourself slowly. And then even slower, let me not forget my function. Mm. Let me not forget my function. Mm. Mm. Let me not forget my function. You'd also say, God, let me not forget my function. Any related thoughts? Mm. 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 Mhm. Mm. Mhm. Today's idea is merely another way of saying, let me not wander into temptation. What is the purpose of the world? The purpose of the world, you see, is to obscure your function of forgiveness and provide you with a justification for forgetting it. It is the temptation to abandon God and His Son, taking on a physical appearance. It is this which the body's eyes look upon. Chantal, would you like to do the next one?
Thank you. Nothing the body's eyes seem to see can be anything but a form of temptation, since this was the purpose of the body itself.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing the body's eyes seem to see can be anything but a form of temptation, since this was the purpose of the body itself. Yet we have learned that the Holy Spirit has another use for all the illusions you have made, and therefore He sees another purpose in them. To the Holy Spirit, the world is a place where you learn to forgive yourself what you think of as your sins.
Mm.
In this perception, the physical appearance of temptation becomes the spiritual recognition of salvation.
To review our last few lessons, your function here is to be the light of the world, a function given you by God. It is only the arrogance of the ego that leads you to question this, and only the fear of the ego that induces you to regard yourself as unworthy of the task assigned to you by God Himself. The world's salvation awaits your forgiveness, because through it does the Son of God escape from all illusions and thus from all temptation.
Mm.
the Son of God, is you.
Only by fulfilling the function given you by God will you be happy. That is because your function is to be happy by using the means by which happiness becomes inevitable. There is no other way. Therefore, every time you choose whether or not to fulfill your function, you are really choosing whether or not to be happy.
Samuel?
Let us remember this today. Let us remind ourselves of it in the morning and again at night, and all through the day as well. Prepare yourself in advance for all the decisions you will make today by remembering they all really very simple. Each one will lead to happiness or unhappiness. Can such a simple decision really be difficult to make? Let not the form of the decision deceive you. Complexity of form does not imply complexity of content. It is impossible that any decision on earth can have a content different from just this one simple choice. That is the only choice the Holy Spirit sees. Therefore, it is the only choice there is.
Mhm. So here we practice. Let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute mine for God's. Let me forgive and be happy. And notice that he's inviting us to spend more time today in one sitting. So at least once, devote 10 or 15 minutes to reflect on this with your closed eyes. related thoughts will come to help you if you remember the crucial importance of your function to you and to the world. Mm-hmm. Dennis, you okay to read?
Yes, yeah, I gotta get, sometimes I don't have my glasses on and they don't do too well. In the frequent application of today's idea throughout the day, devote several minutes to reviewing these thoughts. And then thinking about them and about nothing else. This will be difficult. At first, particularly, since you are not proficient in the mind discipline that it requires.
Mm-hmm.
You may need to repeat, let me not forget my function, quite often to help you concentrate. Two forms of shorter practice periods are required. At times, do the exercises with your eyes closed,
Mm-hmm.
trying to concentrate on the thoughts you are using. At other times, keep your eyes open after reviewing the thoughts, and then look slowly and unselectively around you, telling yourself, this is the world. It is my function to save.
Mm-hmm.
This is the world. It is my function to save.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. 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 Beautiful. Mm. Any lines that stood out in your mind?
It's so blunt to me. Only by fulfilling the function given you by God will you be happy.
Mm.
Question that came into my mind was, well, what have I been doing?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just right there. If I'm not happy, I'm not doing the function assigned to me. I'm not
Peace
forgiven.
of God. The peace of God is in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Anyone?
Today's idea is merely another way of saying, let me not wander into temptation.
Mm.
Nothing the body's eyes seem to see can be anything but a form of temptation, since this was the purpose of the body itself.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, there is a line in the Lord's Prayer, isn't there? Where it says, lead us not into temptation.
Yeah, same thing.
So there was an acknowledgement there already by Jesus, I think, when he was walking this planet. So I'm so grateful that he reminds us here again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
prepare yourself. Oh, I've lost it.
That's good.
I've lost it too, Robin. Don't worry, Robin, I've lost it too.
The thing about, oh, here it is. Prepare yourself in advance for all the decisions you will make today by remembering they are all really very simple. Each one will lead to happiness or unhappiness. Simple.
Ta-da.
Clear as mud.
And perfect.
Perfect. Thank you, darlings.
thanks,
I've
everybody.
just read a summary of today's lesson in the app that I've got. Sorry about these wires. I'm trying to expedite the growth of some nerves. It's 7 quick points. If I can read it, is that okay?
Yeah, but be quick because we are running out of time.
Okay. Today's lesson focuses on remembering function of forgiveness and avoiding temptation to forget it. The Holy Spirit helps you transform your physical temptations into spiritual recognition of salvation through forgiveness. Your God-given function is to be the light of the world. The world's salvation relies on your forgiveness, which allows the Son of God, you, to escape illusions and temptations. Remind yourself throughout the day that choosing to fulfill your function is choosing happiness. All decision boils down to a single choice between happiness and unhappiness. Focus on the simplicity. I like that it's related to the last few lessons, coming back to I am the light of the world. It sort of brought them all together in this one lesson.
Beautiful.
That's what I wanted to share.
Thank you, Giles. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
for coming.
Thank you.
Love you. So much love to you all.
Have a beautiful
Thank
day
you.
or night.
See you tomorrow.
Cheerio.
Thank you, darling.
Ciao.
Cheerio.
Nice.
Peace.
Thank you. Bye.